Why am I humbled every moment when the earth rotates the sun, the fiery ball, like a tiny load of dust? Why truth doesn't always rely on the availability of information?
My dear fellow humans, at last I am free. At last I am free. I am free at last.
I'm back to XX Islam. That's right. Ex-Muslim has become an XX-Muslim.
What is life? What is the purpose of that journey? What is the purpose then, if death is the absence of life? What are we in that train journey of life? What are we carrying as cargo? The presence of death, then, is a presence which is absent until death comes to end life. Sense of death is then in the existence of life. Why then there will be no sense of life in death itself? Why life comes from life only, and death produces no life? Why hidden life comes to life when touched by another hidden life, as raindrop gives life to the seed under the earth? Answer me, listeners. Why everything in life is a reminder of time passing by? Why floating cloud, crushing sea waves, flying birds and wrinkles in the skin tell you time is running out? Why do we have apparent living time for life? Why death is a constant reminder? Why slowly the loved ones and the dearest faces keep going away forever? Why at old age distant young life seems to be a living dream when we can't sleep that much at old age anymore? Why love is a painful past? Answer me, listener. What is life? Why life has to be like this? Why life has to have any purpose? Why life has to have a meaning?
Do you remember that Tom Hanks movie where Tom Hanks was in that Castaway? I think that's the name of the movie was Castaway. Yes, in that movie, Tom Hanks was in a solitary island. There was nobody else in that island, and he gave a face to a soccer ball, and he was talking to that soccer ball because he didn't have anybody else to talk to. Although we all know that even he knew that the soccer ball didn't have any life, but that's the only entity that he had to talk to. God is something like that. It gives you a sort of refuge in your isolation, when nobody would give you time, and you won't find any solution anywhere.
But again, why do we see so much caring for life in nature? Why so much caring shouldn't have a purpose? If everything has a purpose, if every purpose has a plan, then why every plan can't have a planner? Then why the ultimate planner must have a planner as well? Do we see the painter of a painting? But do we see again the painter of a painter? Why the first beginning has to have a certain beginning and can't have infinite and endless multiple beginnings? When a certain start, like Big Bang, has to start at a certain point of time. And why does it have to have the beginning at a certain point in the universe? Is the vast emptiness endless? If the vast emptiness is endless, then what endless power is needed to have control over it, to produce something in the midst of that emptiness at a certain point of time? Think, listener, think again. If emptiness is a relevant and relative phenomenon, then why universe has to have no boundaries? If there are boundaries of the universe, then what are the boundaries? Are these boundaries endless as well? Who set these boundaries? Is the boundary setter endless as well? If the boundary setter is a boundless entity, then how can we perceive that entity in our limited existence? If pain becomes insignificant and hence irrelevant, then why limitless entity should be bothered about our insignificant presence unless we are part of that endless entity? Then are we part of that endless existence, and hence our willingness and unwillingness in the various forms of existence simply irrelevant? Then the rules of apparent existence are simply, they are, as they ever were or ever will be. Infinite loop of apparent existence. Then time truly doesn't exist. It is like a circle. It is like the bangle in the hand of your loved one. The life, in fact, doesn't exist. It is an apparent phenomenon. It is simply a phase, as it appears to be at times. Time exists as things move. Life appears to exist as phases of life changes. One domain to the other, one form to the other. It is nothing but a command of be, and it is. Think, dearest listener, think again. Life exists even in someone who is deaf, blind, and paralyzed. Isn't it about time you should look outside and inside as well, instead of wasting life in materials you will never want to be with when you are told you are dying soon? If you are told you will die the next hour, will you want to buy a car or a watch or a jewelry? Or will you want to watch a movie or listen to music or buy a diamond ring? Or will you run outside to take a long breath? Will you not want to walk on grass and look at the stars which you haven't seen for a long time? Won't you want to see the faces you will never be able to see again? Will you not want to sit under the tree and listen to a bird sing, though you know birds and rivers don't change models like the mobile phone in your hand? Why then are you running after things humans created and require changing of models every now and then? So, the fact of the matter is, you can't have any reason for existence, for your own purpose, which you think fit for yourself. You have to have a purpose of life and a meaning thereto, which can only have a meaning if that meaning is somehow connected to endless entity which is circular. No beginning, no ending, Alpha and Omega. Lam yalid walam yulad. If a nightmare wakes you up from sleep, then why death can't wake you up to another life? If closed eyes in sleep can give dreams of daylights, then why death can't give living another life? If meaning of a story is complete with the end of the movie, then why mustn't life have the ultimate apparent meaning with death? If I must see meaning of eating a fruit when I ate it, then why shouldn't I be able to know my meaning of life after it has ended? Why I am not an atheist? The answer is in the above words. Listener, dearest listener, think again. Can there be any purpose in learning anything at a grand old age? What purpose does knowledge serve when you are too old to share it or achieve anything practical with it? Can there be any purpose of life in living exclusively for another life when the other life is apparently meaningless, purposeless? Think, dearest listener, think again. What is the purpose of worship when you have already been given everything that you ever needed or will ever need, unless you are here simply to be grateful for this apparent beautiful existence? Think, dearest, can you really offer the eternal entity anything? Anything at all? Think, dearest listener. Think again. What is the purpose? What is the meaning of this apparent existence? If you hate someone extremely, remember that's always the person you once loved. If you hate God because you simply can't find any justification for the pains in this life, think again. You really loved Him once, and deep inside you long to love Him again. Love is eternal, so is existence. Love is truth. Love, mercy are intertwined. What apparent existence will please you, dearest listener? Think again. Don't ask anything from anyone. Everything will come to you. The more you look away, the more you will be shown. The more you will lose, the more courageous you will become. The more love you give, the more they lose, as they all one day will give up everything to love you back. Be like the wind at the top of the tree. Make known of your presence when you are here, but when you leave everything as you found, because the creation of the Creator is perfect. Don't disturb the creation. It is whispering into your ears every moment to celebrate your existence, to celebrate your life. Don't waste your life, this life, with the hope of the hereafter, because only if you can appreciate the walk on the beach, you will enjoy the swim in the depth of the ocean more. If you appreciate this life, then you will appreciate more the life in eternity.
Damn, this phone calls.